I'm going to show you a quick little subtraction activity using our bead strings and some dice. Now this is perfect for just helping your students build some fluency with their mental subtraction facts. And so we're going to start with 20 beads. Now 20 is going to be the whole that we're going to work with the whole time. Now with it using a 20-sided dice, each time I roll this dice, that's a number I'm going to subtract from 20, and I'm going to model it on my bead string each time. So first up, I've rolled a 16. Now we want to encourage our students to take away 16 in the least amount of steps. So for example, I'm going to use one step to take away 10 first, and now I know I've only got 6 more to take away, and I know my tens facts, so I know that 6 and 4 is 10, so if I leave a 4 here, I know that this, without needing to count by ones, is going to be 6. And now I know my whole was 20 to start with, I can see my 16, a 10 and 6, and so I know that the missing part must be 4. Now I'm going to go again, each time going back to the whole of 20. So this time, 20 take 9, I'm going to leave one bead, knowing that 9 and 1 makes 10. And so students will keep doing this for a little while, but at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is build strong mental strategies. So while we're supporting them with the concrete materials to help emphasize that structure, we inevitably want them to be able to use these as mental strategies and to be able to generate this structure within their minds. So for phase 2, we're going to try and support them to then take what they've visually and physically experienced with the beads and then try and help them move it to a mental structure. So once they've gained some confidence with the bead strings, we're going to replace the bead strings with a number line, just like this. So now here we've got a number line that's connected to our structure, and so that's going to help us transition to try and take this physical object and start reproducing it mentally. So once we've got the number line, we might do a couple more with the number line side by side. So I might roll it, and now this time I've got 20, take away 12. So I'm going to subtract my 12, and I can see that now I'm left with 8. And so 8 would go here on my number line, and I can also see how I'm missing 10 from here and 2 from there. Then we could take away the beads altogether, and now we're trying to imagine what those beads would look like on our number line if they were still there. So for example, here I've got 20, take away 11. And so I'm going to imagine, well, I know that I'm going to have to take away my 10 beads that were here and one more here. And so then I can just think, well, 1 less than 10, this must be 9. And then if I get stuck, I can always bring back my beads to check. Yep, 20, take 10, leaves me with 10, and one more leaves me with 9. 3, 6, 9. And so again here, 20, take away 1. I can imagine that one bead disappearing, leaving me with 19. Now, this activity can also really easily be extended. You can simply change your whole. You don't always need to start with 20. Once students get confident, you might want to make your whole to start with always 25 for a little while, or you could make 100 as your new whole and roll 2 0 to 10 dice to make a 2-digit number to subtract from that, and then repeat this same process. And so it's obvious that I really love using concrete materials, but what I like about this activity is that it helps bridge the experience of using concrete materials to that more abstract thinking and scaffolds their way there. I think that's often a step that we miss when using concrete materials. We often just think of it as, yes, they've got them or they don't, but not really thinking about how we can transition their understanding of those concrete materials into more abstract mental models.